Good afternoon, Texas bikers and bikers all across the nation. This is the Texas Biker Radio News Brief. And it is just a second. It is November 12th, 2020. And we welcome you to our daily briefing podcast. My name is Butch Popeye Moss. I am with Sons of Liberty Riders MC and Texas Biker Radio. I am your host today. And we've got several things we want to talk about today. And this is off the top of my head. I don't need any talking heads to tell me what I have witnessed over the last days, over the last week, over the last month, over the last 4 years. I don't need anybody to explain to me what I have seen, heard, and witnessed with a lot of common sense. Now, let me talk about the topics I want to talk about today. Number one would be the video that is playing right up here. Now that was a YouTube video put out by Millennial Millie. She is one of a group of investigative journalists that have infiltrated the extreme left, like the BLM, like the Antifa groups, like the DNC, like a bank of federal workers that are part of the deep state. Now, the reason we think this video is so important is because it exposes the truth about an attempt at an election night coup, a coup d'etat. That's what it does. And right now, as you can see, we have that on our website. Now, we captured that video just in case YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or any of the others try to dispose of it. And they are working at it in another way with their fact checks, with their little election results that they put out there underneath anything we post. A kind of a in-your-face thing at conservatives. But this video is that damn important. Knowing what they were planning in conjunction with all the voter fraud and all the mail-in voting, which was just another frickin' scam by the progressive left. That's what it was. They are working in conjunction with each other, along with the mainstream media, along with big tech. That is what's going on. This is what we're battling, and this video helps expose it. Now, why these people are not in jail right now, including the federal workers, especially the federal workers, I don't know. But it tells me that the FBI is on their ass, that Homeland Security is on their ass, the ones that took the oath to protect and defend this country from all enemies, foreign and domestic. And if these people aren't a domestic enemy, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. We encourage you to listen to all 30 minutes of this video and others to come. we encourage you to pass it on, to share it like mad dogs. It needs to get out there. It needs to get out there to the public. It needs to go viral. And the one thing we can't let happen, we can't let people like Facebook, like YouTube, like Twitter, and all the others, we can't let them get away with it. And that's a fact. And I do have news for you. President Trump has won North Carolina. President Trump has won Alaska. President Trump's lawyers are at work. And let me say this to everybody. Let me say this to you. There is no President-elect Biden. That is false. That's a false narrative that the mainstream media is trying to push, including Fox News. It is the narrative they are trying to push. He is not president-elect. President Trump has not conceded, nor should he. And in that same breath, let me say this, nor should we concede this election. This election was full of fraud in liberal states. It was obvious to what was going on. And now it's up to the Trump lawyers to prove it. And there is a strategy going forward. There's several strategies going forward. And the Democrats are worried about it. The Democrats are worried about it because we do believe these states are going to go for for Trump. They're going to go for Trump. They're going to flip for Trump because these news entities had called the race early. And they're still counting freaking votes, and they're going to recount them, is what's going to happen. Illegal votes are going to be found. Illegal votes are going to be tossed out. That's what's going to happen. Joe Biden is going to drop back down below 270. And when that happens, this may go through the House. Now you think, oh crap. Wait a minute. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Because of the procedures the founders set in place. And that's what should happen here. That's what should happen. They should follow the damn Constitution. And if they don't, this is not a legitimate election. This would not be a legitimate president. And we should never concede that it is. Never. No matter what the mainstream media, no matter what big tech says. You find some other news source, whether it's Newsmax, whether it's whoever it is, or whether it's even our channel. Because what you want is a source that is going to tell the truth. And Newsmax is one of the few out there that has not called this thing for Biden. And they're not going to because it's not over. It's not over. That's what I'm saying to you. And also what I'm saying to you is share this video. Like it, share it, help us get the word out there. Hope is not gone. Now there are people out there, good conservatives out there that are conceding, and they should not be. This is a long ways from being over. This is just getting started. The president's lawyers are just now starting to turn in evidence. They're just getting started. This is going to go on a couple of more weeks. So you've got to be steadfast. You've got to be steadfast. You've got to get out there. I wish I could, but I've got the damn COVID and I can't get out there. I can't do it. But we should be in every city across this country raising hell about the stolen vote. Not on our watch, everybody. Not on our freaking watch. We cannot let this happen. And we've got to help each other, whether you're in Texas, whether you're in Pennsylvania, whether you're in Georgia, whether you're in North Carolina, wherever you're at in this country, even California and New York. Do you really believe this is what you want? Do you want a socialist country? Because understand, everything is not free. Somebody's got to pay for it, and it's going to be us. Do you really want to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord that just screws the hell out of us and our manufacturers? Do you really want to get rid of fossil fuels that's going to get rid of so many damn jobs in Pennsylvania, in Texas, in Oklahoma, in the northwestern states? Do you really freaking want that? Do you really want to be driving electric cars? Do you really want any of this stuff? Do you want to pay higher taxes? Do you want higher fuel costs? Do you want all this stuff? Do you really want that? Think about that. These elections need to be fair. These elections need to be right. And if they're not, they need to be done over. And there should be no tricks, no mail-in ballots. You go fucking vote. That's what we're saying. It's time you get in the streets, and when I can, I will join you. I will join you in the streets every day. Every day. It's time for us to get active. It's not time for us to sit down and say, oh hell, oh no, what do I do? This is what you do. You get frickin' active. That's what you do. Spread these videos. I mean, at the very least, you can use your computers and help spread the frickin' word. But it's more than that, everybody. It's more than that. We've got to make these judges, we've got to make these cities cringe at the thought that they're going to get caught, and exposed. And that's what's going on with this video up here. They are exposed. They are exposed. And it's our time. As soon as I can, I'm going to get out in front of the fucking federal building here in Dallas, Texas, in front of the FBI and tell them to get off their asses. Get off their asses. Some arrests need to be made, and it's not bikers running up and down the highway on their damn motorcycles. That was a ruse. What was going on a year or so ago was a ruse while they were setting all this crap up. That's part of what was going on. So now they've got their hands full. The rioters are going to be out there every night. And when we start flipping some of these states, they're going to go wild. And it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch. We need your help. That's what I'm saying to you. So it's going to be interesting over the next 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And there is a strategy to all this. And as we flip these states, as we flip them, there's going to be no time for the so-called president-elect to do anything about it. To do anything about it. Let me say hi to some people on the chat line real quick. Hello, Charles Copage. I know you're doing well, and you're always around. And let me see there. Oh, Ghost Eagle, how are you doing, buddy? Yeah. These are my friends here on the, or our friends here on the, our podcast shows. Ironhead, Ironhead is up there in the northern country. And he's always giving us, Ironhead, we may have you on in with us one night. How would you like to do that? And tell us what's going on up there. You're in Detroit, right? So it's going to be interesting as they get caught, and they have. Like I said, these people are caught up here. And the reason we put that on our website, and let me say this, everybody, let me say this. The reason we put that on our website is in case, we captured it in case YouTube or any of them decide to do something with it. You're going to have a place to go where you can view it and where you can pass it on. And we do encourage you to listen to all 34 minutes of it. It is interesting as hell, and you're going to get mad as hell when you figure out all these federal workers that have been leaking documents to the media. And they admit it. They admit it on this video. And what's incredible, they also admit they are attempting a coup. In their own words. Nobody's saying this. They're saying it. They're saying it. And these people that created this video did great undercover work. And guess what? Guess what, everybody? They're still there. They're still there. These morons don't understand that they can be infiltrated. They don't understand it. That's just like when somebody's out there doing some bad deeds, and they're working with a bunch of bad people, and then they don't know that the people around them has been flipped by the FBI or the federal government in some way. They don't know that they've been flipped. They may have something on them or something they did, and all of a sudden now they're working for them. So it's not a good idea to go out there and plan to commit crimes like these people were trying to do or were doing and still are. Now, the best thing the FBI or Homeland Security can do is arrest these people and get them to flip on everybody, including AOC, who appears in this video. I'm telling you, that's incredible. That is freaking incredible. But it makes sense of everything that's going on. All this crap, and I talked about it a long time ago, first brought this up about all the chaos. They're trying to create as much chaos as they can so they get you uncomfortable. And then, as George Soros said, now is the time to strike. But you throw in all the fraudulent votes brought in by mail-in ballots, fraudulent votes brought in by people that were out there ballot harvesting, and just a plain bunch of illegal votes, period, in the tens of thousands, in all these different precincts, all these different cities. It's no wonder they stopped the vote as Donald Trump was fixing to take the lead, and then they stopped the vote while they continued to bring in ballots past the time that they should have been in and counted. That, my friends, is voter fraud. That is voter fraud, among other means of doing it. Ballot stuffing. I mean, the list runs on and on. The manipulation of machines. The list runs on and on and on of the things they were doing. And we just cannot let this stand. We can't give up. Not until Not until these states, and let me tell you why I think they're in trouble. And this is really pretty simple. Yesterday they were brought up about comments out of a county commissioner in Philadelphia. It said basically said the election was on the up and up. Well, let me say this. A county commissioner has nothing to do with the election results. It had nothing to do with it. Why that was national news, I don't get. Because what I did after that, I went and looked up, just what part does a county commissioner play in the voting process? Well, the answer to that is little to none. I mean, county commissioners are in charge of road repair, building repairs, stuff like that, contracts for that kind of stuff. Maybe some contracts for some polling places, maybe something about buying voting machines. But you know what? That's really up to the state legislature. That's not up to a county commissioner. And why he needed to think he put his 2 cents worth in there, I don't know. But it tells me, as the media took it and ran with it, they're freaking desperate. They're freaking desperate if they think that is a story when it's not. And I just wanted to point that out to you. Don't fall for this kind of shit. They're trying to pull everything in the book. Joe Biden is not president-elect. There's still too many races out there that are unresolved. And they're going to be unresolved for a while. So take that to the bank, everybody. Take it to the bank. Don't trust the mainstream media or big tech. It's like I said, Facebook is having fun right now. Every time you post something about on the conservative side, they'll put the election results right below it. Just kind of an in-your-face type thing, I think. And they'll also throw up a fact check from Politico or fact check. Those fact checks just push their narrative is all they do. Otherwise, they wouldn't post them. That's what they do. They wouldn't post them. So those fact checks just push their narrative. They want to throw some doubt into the validity of this video. And I promise you, that video is right on. Because those people are real, and they tell you who they work for. Yeah. Fact check that, Facebook. Fact check that. Are these people real federal employees? How about it? Just saying, everybody. Just saying. Now, I am in day 7 of my, since my coronavirus test that said I was positive. And each day is a blessing. Now, as you can tell, I'm talking pretty good without coughing and stuff. I did feel this morning that I was kind of a little bit of a setback because I had a little bit of a cough I didn't have yesterday. So this afternoon that seems to be working out. So I'm doing well. My wife, she got her results back today, and of course she tested positive, and but she is not having any breathing problems at all, and she's doing well, and she's we're more worried about her AFib condition than we are her COVID, because she seems to be doing well. So we hope that this all takes care of itself in time. Like I said, I can't wait to get back out there. There's stuff we need to be doing. And, you know, there's still battles to be won. There really is. There's still several paths that Donald Trump is still going to be our president for 4 more years. There really is. And so don't give up hope. Don't concede. Turn the damn news off and include your local news, who are nothing, just part of the grand scheme. Anybody that's coming to you every day into your living room in a $2,000 suit is not your frickin' friend. Although they want you to think they are, they're not. They're there for an agenda. They're there to push the narrative. And they do everything they can. They do everything they can to try and push that narrative. Now, I will take my hat off to Tucker Carlson, who basically last night went after his own station, Fox News. And the way Neil Cavuto cut in on a presidential press briefing. Little Miss McElhaney, who is one of the smartest individuals, one of the smartest moves President Trump has ever made as far as press secretaries go. Wonderful mind. She is smart as a whip, and she is 10 times above those pompous asses that sit in front of her. Now, why Neil Cavuto thought he needed to put his ass in the middle of it was because he was questioning the facts that they were putting out there, which were all true. All true. But he tried to butt in. The videos are out there on YouTube. We may put them on our website, and we're going to make our website a little bit more active here as we go forward. Not that we're not, because we are. And you know, if you think you would like to contribute to TexasBikerRadioNews.org, to our website, you can do so. And especially if you're in another state or one of the northern states, you know, where you can tell us what's going on in your state. Now, you can do that a couple of ways. You can send it to me, your story, to me, to gunbarreltx@gmail.com. gunbarreltx@gmail.com. That's Gun Barrel, Texas, which is a city. And you can send it to me in writing, or you can send us a short video that we will post. And you can let us know what's going on in your area, whether you be a biker, whether you be a patriot, whoever you might be. There may be some issue with the Second Amendment. There may be some issue with the voting that's going on up there and all the fraud. And you know, you can tell us how people are feeling there on the ground. Who knows? You may want to get out there and do a in-the-street interview with the citizens in those states and see how they feel about, you know, higher taxes, higher gas prices, and living in a socialist system. I would be interested to know. I think our listeners and our readers, they would love to hear it. And so, if you've got the inclination and the time, you know, to help out, we certainly would appreciate it. And so, yeah, we could use your help, and we would be glad to give you a podium. And we have 6,500, I think, subscribers here on YouTube. If you would, please subscribe. If you would, please like our videos and help spread the word. Help spread the word. You know, politics is really pretty simple. It really is, even though it looks complicated. But we're not going to be cheated. That's the last damn thing we want. We want fair, honest elections. And that's what it's all about. You know, it's like I've said many times, our children, and it's obvious of what's going on in the streets, are being trained to hand the keys over to the socialists. That's what they're doing. And you and I need to get out there in these local school boards and get this stopped. We really do. We need to quit funding colleges that are preaching this shit. Teaching people to hate their ethnicity, teaching people to hate their country, teaching people to riot and become anarchists, and worse, murderers. Because in this case, they would be murdering the most powerful, the most economically powerful country in the world. That's what I'm saying. And thank you for joining me today. My name is Butch Popeye Moss. Join us next time. Probably 2 days from now, I'll give you another COVID report on myself and my wife and how things are going and what else is happening out there in the news and in this election cycle. Have a great day and ride safe, everybody. If you don't have a motorcycle, buy one. It's great fun. It's great fun. If you're not a member of a motorcycle club, join one. If you don't have a motorcycle club near you, create one. Or at least an RC. RCs are fun. With that, everybody, and brain damage, hey, yeah, I'm doing better, bud. Go back and listen to the video, and yeah, I'm doing better. Yeah. Wind therapy is good, Moon Dog. You're right. You're right. Have a good evening, everybody. Ride safe. Be careful. Avoid the COVID. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got to talk about the COVID for a minute. Just because what the mainstream media is doing, you know, they're trying to scare the hell out of everybody. The survival rate for COVID-19 is about 90%. I mean, that's huge. That's low. That's really low. and for them to, you know, I mean, they're trying to scare. Here we go with the dark winter scenario. We got people flooding in across the border into El Paso, out of Mexico. We got all kinds of crap going on here in Texas. People are not going to be locked down again. They're not going to put up with it. And Dr. Fauci is a political wonk, is what he is. So he's in on the narrative that everybody, dark winter, watch out. Ooh, watch out. Watch out. I've got COVID-19. I'm surviving. So, you guys, I don't want to say it's not terrible, but let me say this to you. 90% of the people are surviving. The hospitals are doing better at treating people. People are leaving the hospital. They're going in sick. They're coming back out. There's good news on the horizon. And so, you know, hey, don't believe everything you're reading. And if those fuckers slow walk the vaccine, getting to frontline workers, getting to hospitals where people definitely need it, if they're slow walking that, they should be held accountable. They should be held accountable. Do you hear me, Dr. Fauci? Do you fucking hear me? I'm saying that now. And Nancy Pelosi, get the fucking stimulus checks out there. I'm sorry for my cussing, everybody, but this pisses me off. This pisses me off. With that, everybody, before I go totally ballistic, I'm out of here. Have a great day. Ride safe. Bye-bye.